Guys, welcome to Clockwork and Noodles. We're here for the case study of Vanitas. This is part 2 and we're on episode 7 now. This is a very interesting episode because I think we've just wrapped up the main story for Chloe's arc, which is probably going to come around at some point, but the main bit of Gordon is probably done. We've still got 5 episodes, a lot more to go moving the plot, so I can't wait to see where the focus is shifting to. I suspect it might be back onto Noe and it might be back onto our main characters. However, before we get going, make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel. Every single subscribe and like, all of it is amazing support. I really do appreciate all of it. It really helps me out. Slowly shuffle at a bit of a snail's pace at the moment towards the next goal, and the biggest goal for the end of the year would be amazing if we could hit 1,000 subscribers. That would just blow my mind. It would be amazing. It'll be my Christmas present for the end of this year. There is a Discord channel too that allows you to get notified whenever videos go up. You may have now noticed that the midway review is finally up on the channel. In this video I am crowning my top 3 OPs, EDs and current standing of anime. One of my top 3 anime of the season so far. Bound to change, but it's a very interesting video to just take a little moment of how things are going, what are my thoughts on this season. I enjoyed that video. I thought I made some good decisions, so I can't wait to see some feedback on the video that is available, and I'll try and link it somewhere below. We start with a decision. Vanitas can't just use the book. A lot of this rides on Chloe and the world that she has built, Neverending Winter. That all relies on Chloe, and she has to make the decision that she can either vanish along with it, Chloe will be no more, or she has to come back, forever being hunted because she's never going to be forgiven by the church. It is the decision that the world now hinges upon. We do start getting glimpses this episode of what I presume is Luna, and I presume Luna is the Blue Moon vampire, Vanitas, the one who maybe held that name in the first place. We see glimpses of this character who is within Vanitas' head or the book. There's also a nice glimpse at the end of what I'm suspecting is the brother of Vanitas. Back into the fight between Astolfo and Noe. It was a grim fight. I was already clinching because it didn't look like Noe was in the winning corner right at the start, even before Astolfo drugged himself up. I do think that Vanitas giving him some advice before the fight was perhaps the sweetest thing we've seen. Telling him basically, don't overthink it, trust your heart. You can get completely consumed by Astolfo and the fact that he may be justified in his hatred and all of this. You gotta know where that line is drawn. It really is just barely a win. I mean, this isn't a win with flying colours or anything. Noe ends up losing a hand, manages to knock him down. It's not really a win. Astolfo does get back up at the end of the episode. This week is the wrap up, the close to Chloe's problem, the solution with Chloe, because the solution ends up being very empowering. Dragged out of her cage, the constraints, this darkness by the people who love her, the people who do care about her. And perhaps it's love that actually overcomes the darkness, and maybe these constraints, visualization of this cage that we see, is caused by her. And this idea of feeling trapped and being trapped is perhaps caused by the loneliness. How Chloe perceived the world as she grew up. Her dad always wanting to make her human. She's still not going to be herself if she's human. He didn't accept her for who she was, searching to be something different. Half of it may even just be mental. A life of being hunted probably is more bearable when you've got a lover or you've got a friend by your side. Chloe can face the world that she is supposed to be in and not vanish. We are given the real name of Chloe, and I'm going to ruin this one, but it's like Canaris. It means music, fire, snowflowers, which is a perfect fit for Chloe because everything around her is frozen. It's always this winter because she's lonely, she's cold, and she's always trapped within her own castle, which a lot of it is just metaphysical for how she feels and all of this trauma. Absolutely adore the starry blue sky effect. Oh, I love it. I love it so much. I always love this kind of effect. Whenever it comes to this book in general, I love the colour blue, but the fact that it's all these constellations and it all comes out and there's this gorgeous sky and nighttime effect. We get to see Luna again, perhaps our Blue Moon vampire. It's such a nice effect. I really hope we get to see more of this effect at some point. Blue as well is a healing colour. Both Chloe and John this week as well. Both of them get healed and they're finally given their true names. Dante, my boy. You guys, how much I love Dante. He appears this week just to lend a helping hand. Literally. He literally comes over with the hand of Noe. He's a vampire, right? He's not technically dead or alive. We might be able to get his hand reattached. Maybe there's a vampire doctor in the world. Jaime Lannister on us and end up with a like silver hand or something. That would be pretty cool as well. But it's good to know that Dante has survived this little bit. I needed some comic relief. I love Dante. Always glad to see him in the story. Roland is older than I thought. He is so much older than I thought. The paladin who saved Astolfo, who came in and beheaded the vampire boy, it was Roland, but Roland doesn't seem to have aged very much. He might be my age, guys. He might be old like me. I just wasn't expecting it to be the same person. The audience is definitely with Jin this week, as we have the marital spat that breaks out once we're free, once we're in this gorgeous flower field. These flowers are absolutely gorgeous. Both of them are essentially accusing the other of what the other has done, so they're both guilty of the same crime. Chloe ringing out John at the end, he didn't deserve that. He deserved way better. Chloe the victor at the end of that marital spat. Rash on Vanitas' hand, even though it's really cool, it's a snowflake pattern. It's spreading and it's starting to make me wonder if this rash spreads so much, is it going to kill him? Because he does say that he's still cold. And sure, he could be like me. I am always cold. Even if it's summer, I'm probably cold. Or he can't feel anything anymore. And that is what I'm really worried about. This thing on his hand is taking his ability to feel away, which means it's going to kill him. Is it a rash that enhances every time he uses the power? And because Chloe wasn't exactly an easy case to fix, it's really expanded upon his arm. We have a really nice happy moment. Maybe the moment where I think both of them realise that they maybe perhaps like each other. It's a really sweet scene. I was a little bit worried because in the first part, Vanitas said that half the reason he enjoys pursuing her is because she puts up a fight and doesn't actually admit to liking him. I'm really hoping that his new view on liking her, because he definitely blushes at the end and he's looking in her direction, I think he's had a change of heart. As much as I want them to have a happy ending, I also remember that episode 1, we're told the fate of Vanitas. Nervous, because I know there's going to be tears at some point, and I feel like tears are going to come up. I don't think we're going to end the story this season, this part. It's a Pandora Heart style story. Definitely going to end very, very bad at some point, and it's going to be tragedy everywhere, and we're all going to feel miserable by the end of it. During the sequence now with Luna talking to Vanitas about people, I believe we actually finally see Vanitas' brother animated. I don't remember the name. I'm pretty sure it's been given, but I don't quite remember it. He's got white hair. I love the voice actor. Mega kudos to whoever is voicing Luna the vampire, because my goodness, you've got a smooth voice. It's so calm. It's so smooth. It's really quiet. It's borderline ASMR. It's nice because she talks to Vanitas about people, and whether they are human or vampires, they literally just want the same thing. They want an emotional bond. They want somebody to snuggle with. This is the moment where Vanitas maybe realizes that he wants to snuggle with Jean. The advice given is level-headed. It's really nice advice. The fact that the Blue Moon Vampire or Vanitas is perceived as a very bad thing in the vampire world, it starts to make you wonder why, because I'm totally on the board of the blue vampire side here. At the end of the day, most people are technically the same. Everybody just wants to be loved. Everybody wants to find somebody who can accept them for who they are. And that's what we see with the Gavorden arc with Chloe and John. It is a wrap-up of the Gavorden arc. We finally got a resolve. We've got these flowers. We've finally seen the end of the winter coming along with us. We finally have Jean and Chloe going their own separate ways to protect one another in the new world. True name is given for Aprik, the one who nestles up to the snow, and Chloe being the one who makes music from the snow. Perfect fitting names for the two of them, because they're all around the idea of snow, embracing the snow. Most of the time, snow is a cold thing. It's presumed as lonely, quite sad. Both of these characters have names that make use and turn that negative into a positive, which I really, really like. Right at the end, we see that Dante has found the thing that they were sent out to get. This makes me really nervous, because I think we had a hint that the person they're working for is also working alongside Ruffian. So Dante could be indirectly working for the bad guy here, which makes me really nervous. Dante, don't die. The curse of me. If I like a character, they die or they are evil. It's one of the two. Dante, I can't see being evil. He's just too much of a lovable being. I love him to pieces. He's so comic. I just fear for his life. Please don't kill Dante. I will just cry. You will take everything from me. But we had an amazing wrap up for the Gavorden arc. I can't wait to see what the next 5 episodes are. Maybe we're setting up the next arc. Maybe we'll be chilling out, having a calm time. We need Noé to get his hand back. Maybe we're going to go back to Paris and chill. Ruffian's probably going to have a few scenes, because he's definitely going to find out about what's happened. Very excited to see how it's going to end. I'm also sad that we are definitely running out of episodes. There's only about 5 to go now. I want more. I don't think there's been another season greenlit yet. So I'm going to be looking out for that. But if you have seen that the second season has been greenlit, let me know, because you will make my day. I am very excited. I've really warmed to Vanitas. This story is amazing. I struggle with the names, and I know I drive people at the wall, but I love this story, guys. I really love it. I could just be like, I'll stop making videos because I can't say the names. I'm trying. I'm really trying. I struggle with things. I'm dyslexic. I see things and I just mush it. The word will be right in front of me, and I'm like, I don't know how to read this, or my brain just misfires for a bit. But I do love this story, and I hope you guys are bearing with me and you are forgiving me for my mashups of names. It's a difficult one, and some of the French pronunciations as well. Jean and Jenne, but those two names are too similar for me, and I definitely make mistakes. I definitely feel like I've been calling John 100%. I've been saying John by accident. I definitely know I have. But thank you guys so much. I really hope you have a good weekend ahead of you. Make sure you take care of yourselves and find someone to snuggle, or a pet to snuggle. I'm going to go and snuggle my rats now. Have a good day, guys. Thank you for your continued support. Bye-bye.